Okay, we are live with Sushant. Hi
Alright.
Sushant, how is
Hi.
it going?
Very, very good. Very emotionally charged and happy and honored.
Great. So today was the day of big announcement where you announced that
Where am I supposed to?
anywhere, where you announced that you have joined hands with Niti Aayog to collaborate, with them for the initiatives in the promotion of
Yes,
women
absolutely,
entrepreneurship.
absolutely.
So did they approach you, or was it something that was in your mind already?
See, as Niti Aayog has very rightfully punctuated since last many months the importance of bottom-up structures, which is an emergence, the acknowledgement of that, the importance of that, and that is what actually happened, where me and Varun Mathur together, we have formed a company which would work on IPs and also exponential technologies, and also the kind of change it would bring in all the social economics present structures, while we were at it, and I'm guilty, wasn't aware, and I was so pleasantly surprised to find that the think tank of Indian government, Niti Aayog, has already taken major initiatives on the right key areas. And the important thing is that emergence, so it's very cumulative. It was very important to come up with all these things together. And that was what was happening. And so it's more of an emergence of ideological alliance, acknowledgement of that, rather than me approaching or the government approaching.
Before this, were you ever approached for any other government initiatives and government project?
I think more than aligning with the government, which is actually what's happening, because our ideologies happen to, it's not that I have convinced myself that these ideologies are right or these initiatives are right, but I actually feel and I'm emotionally invested, and even the way I analyze things and the predictions I can make also happen to align with what government is doing. So it's much more than just supporting the government in what they are doing, which I should be doing. It's much more than that. It's actually that connection, that resonance, and that commonality of values, you can say, that we both are punctuating. We as a company, and government has been doing it for a while now. And it's just a mutual acknowledgement.
Okay, and since you studied here in Delhi,
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
or pretended to. Yes.
that you will reveal to us that you pretended to study here and decided to run away in your third year.
Absolutely. I was just 6 to 8 months away. Can you beat that? I think, and I'm like, how did I do it? But yeah, so it's one thing that I'm absolutely clear about or sure about is the fact that I happen to give more importance to presence over productivity, which is slightly counterintuitive, but what happens is more you're present, more productive you will get. But this was not the intention, but the intention was to do things which I actually am so attached to that it commands my attention, and I am in present rather than thinking about being productive. So it was always that's why I dropped out. I'm sorry. And I was slightly fearless because I already minimized my maximum loss, and that enabled me to explore, and that is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing at this point of time. And it's just great to see like WEP. I'm so sure that everything that I know, the seeding was done by my mother and by 4 sisters. And actually it works, clearly. But what I'm trying to say is, if you think of me as a startup, those were the entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And it happens to really align
The
with
inspiration came from home, basically.
inspiration and comprehension and
Yeah.
acknowledgement of the importance of this initiative. And hence, I'm here and talking to you.
So are you still in touch with your college friends from DC?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, like, this is the time when I was quitting, they were laughing. So this is the time to rub it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, hi, how are you doing? I'm doing really well. Of course, I have friends, and 2 and 3 of my seniors happen to work with me. So yes, it's much more than just friendship. It's actually heavy cross-pollination of ideas with my friends.
college invited you ever like to visit now, as a celebrity?
Yes. So we'll be doing a kind of an interaction very, very soon.
Okay.
And I just request them to just give me my degree, which probably I I deserved. I don't know. I'm not debating that. I just want a degree that says that I could have been an engineer, which I'll give it to my dad, so that he.
And what if they will ask you to write an exam now?
How did you do this? Well, that question is now, and yeah, the answer is me getting the degree. Yeah.
Okay, so coming to your films, I was just reading that be it MS Dhoni, where I researched that you watched the footages for some 30-40 hours, and now recent reports that you are learning archery for some role. So it's usually that reports come out. You are. So, also there were reports of you moving to Lonavala from your flat in Mumbai. I don't know how
What
far
is
is
reporters?
that.
Yeah, so yes, of course. I mean,
Is that to stay away, from the paparazzi and?
No, absolutely not. This is one thing that's a very good indicator and very good assurance, and something that I can actually use as my future conviction. So I don't have a problem with that at all. I mean, it's a very good positive feedback, and I want it, and I acknowledge it. The thing is that I also like walking and running and probably meditating or doing yoga in open. So all those things it's not, I mean, like, it can happen, but it's not so easy doing in Bombay at one point of time. So yeah, so those things are really important. So because of which I also travel a lot.
Okay, so far, it seems like that you have stayed away from associating yourself from the so-called camps in Bollywood. So
There are camps? Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
Okay.
Nobody told me.
Great.
Clearly, I'm not important enough.
Okay, so is it difficult to keep doing your work while, without really knowing about these camps?
There are many number of correct things to do, and they also change. But there's one common correct thing which works all the time. If you happen to do your job properly, professionally, you take less time, you add more value, you will be hired no matter you are the ally or not. So this is what it is. Probably this is why I have survived. Not that I was intending to survive, but still have survived because I just like my job really well. I mean, like, and when I do it, I'm nowhere else but there. It's always presence over productivity.
You've said that sports and acting are your passions. You have already done MS Dhoni. So if you would get a chance to do another biopic of a sports person, who would it be?
I'm thinking about another question here. I'm thinking about how can I create chances rather than just waiting for the chances to happen. And to enable that, clearly I need to work very hard. Clearly I have to come up with newer ideas, and clearly I need support. So that's exactly what I'm working on these days.
I'll just take a few questions from your fans because they have been writing a lot.
Okay.
So Hemant Ghai wants to know, how did you felt working with Barry John?
Great. I mean, like, when Shamak told me that, Sushant, you're not one of my finest dancers, but I still keep you in my first line. You know about the story, you laughed. So, see, like, okay, why don't you explore theatre? And then I read all the books as an engineer about acting, and I got to know one thing, which was that you cannot make actors, you only train actors. So this was the thing which I wanted to know, whether I am an actor that can be trained or I am not an actor at all. And that's how I went to Barry. And so I learned everything, and while I was learning, he also told me that I am that actor that can be trained. I took his words really seriously.
Nivedita Raut wants to know which is your next movie that's going to be releasing.
Release?
Yeah.
So release-wise, number one would be Drive, number 2 would be Kedarnath, number 3 would be Sonchariya, number 4 will be Fault, 5 would be Nitesh Tiwari's next film, and 6 would be Space Film.
Okay. How was it?
Subject to changes.
How was it in shooting in Chambal for Sonchariya?
Oh, great. I mean, that was one film which I was so sure of that I just probably have taken that much risk that I won't be able to pull it off. That's what I was thinking.
Why?
It is like that. You'll watch the film and know.
Okay.
But right now I'm happy because my director said that what he was expecting of me in the film, he got things which were also not he was expecting. So I've added value to it, and he's happy, the producer is happy, and I think then my job is done. And I'm just hoping now that more and more people come, and if it's good, it should resonate.
Hemant K wants to know that from engineering to dancing to acting, how did you manage to work your way out in Mumbai?
By not analyzing at all. So analysis, I really feel analysis leads to paralysis. Analysis in terms of what you should be doing. Analysis should always come it's very handy, by the way. Analysis should always come, that's my opinion, analysis should always come to know what not to do. And it works there. But analysis should never come for finding out things that you should do. There it leads to paralysis. So any kind of comprehension while having experience dilutes the experience itself, thereby making you less good than you should be. So that's what I was thinking, and that's what I do. Yeah.
Anurag Dwivedi wants to know, do you think you should do some more reality shows?
I mean, like, all the shows that I'm doing are reality shows. I mean, yeah, no, so yes, of course, I'm done with reality shows. I've done 2 dance reality shows, and I'm not good enough probably for other type of reality shows. That's why I'm not there. So I'm waiting for the chances.
Okay, Mustafa wants to know, what was your favorite lesson that you learned in school?
Lesson? Yeah, I mean, like if I really want to be happy, it's really easy. If I want to convince you that I'm happy, it will take my lifetime. So I should stick with number 1.
Okay. And Anurag is also asking, how can I make a body like you?
Make a body like me by being a god. Or no, I'm like, if you stick to right diet plan and you sleep well, and by the way, just putting it out there is very important. That too, even now our bodies are actually made, since we're talking about body, bodies are actually made to walk 12 miles, move 12 miles every day. So if we are not doing it, we are actually harming it. So yes, of course, by acknowledging this and working out, you'll get a better body than me.
I don't know who told him, but Anurag is again asking that you're a great singer, sir. Can you sing a
Anurag,
song
you're a great
for us?
questioner, man. All the questions are right, yes.
He's saying that you're a great singer, sir. Can you sing a song for us?
I know this I mean, like, this kind of appreciation which is not based on any fact to motivate me to sing, but I will not take the chance. I'll rather sing later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sunny Gill is saying that you are his favorite. If
Sunny
you can,
what?
Sunny Gill. If
Achha,
you can take his name and say hi to him. Yeah.
Hi, Sunny Gill.
Okay.
A lot of girls sending heart emojis.
You're right? See? Finally. Really cute. You clearly worked hard for it.
Vristi is asking, what's your favorite sport?
Right now it's tennis. So it's not like...
Right now?
It's
Like
not
it keeps
constant.
changing.
Yes, it keeps changing. I also keep changing. I'm more of a verb than a noun. And that's a good one.
That at least. Okay.
Alright, are we done? Can I stop being live now?
Okay, I think.
All right.